All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Joel. This is our group of very first DIIO training, and I'm going to be happy to walk you guys through a lot of different things today, including our brand new DIIO website, right? We're going to talk about that. I'm going to show you that. My team is building that right now, and it's a work in progress. Like, it's constantly going to grow and get better as we do. The overall DIIO vision and the community element, new DIIO phases, which some are new to some people maybe watching this, and I will be putting this on Facebook and in the back office too, so make sure you watch those replays because they're going to be there for you. We do have a new training portal for free. Like, it doesn't cost anything if you want to learn, like, to be prepared to sign up, because this is a program that costs money, like, and it's significant money compared to other simple things that you've heard out there. And we do that intentionally for a reason, and we'll talk about that, right? We have scheduled Zoom trainings. This is one of them. Every other Thursday, Brace and I will be swapping, training. Maybe we'll swap every once in a while, but we're going to schedule them. We're going to post them. Everyone will know about them. And, you're welcome to join those anytime. We have paid member private access. Once you do become a member, what do you get? Like, hey, what is this membership? You offer so much up front in the free channels, the Facebook group, the Discord channel, and the back office that we provide at no cost. Why do I need to pay? What do I get, right? So we'll talk about that. Basic how-tos, things that I've learned as a 60-day or less trader. Like, I never traded 60 days ago. Now I'm here kind of learning the process of how to trade, right? So I don't talk about trading and training on that element because I'm not the expert. We're always going to put experts in front of our community because we're trying to build something special here, right? So we have some basic how-tos, and we'll go over a Q&A. But before I get started, I do kind of want to just welcome everyone for being here. And it will be Q&A. Like, you guys that are here, you have the benefit. You can stop, raise your hand, like, flag me down. I'll try to pay attention. And, we can do questions along the way, because anything you ask, others out there may want to know themselves. So let's start right away with the DIIO website. And what we've kind of accomplished over there is we built a website. Like, all right, actually, let's start from the top here. Let's do this. I'll make myself speaker view. So I record myself a little bit bigger. All right, there you go. So who am I? All right, I'm JK Just Play in Discord. I'm 41 right now, and I'm a software developer. Like, I don't actually press the buttons, but we have a software development company for 17 years. Holy cow, 17 years. We've built 4 software as a service, SaaS programs, and all 4 of them have been acquired. 2 by private equity, 2 by a tech fund, and we sit on the board of a tech fund. They've all been around content delivery, right? Building video content and getting it to the right people, lead delivery, and page building, marketing, automation, and that sort of stuff, right? So we've had a lot of fun building, and quite honestly, we've had 250,000 users that use our software. So I'm very well exposed to the trading world. Forex, traditional TradFi, and TradeFi, whatever Grayson is coining. I like that. But also, the crypto, the higher volatile, because, like, if you have data, why not do that? So anyway, I've had lots of users rely on our platform for educational purposes of going through the process to learn how to trade. Myself, never traded. 57 days ago was my first trade, or whatever, December 27th. I'm pretty excited to hit my 2-month trading. And, quite honestly, not financial advice, like all those wonderful caveats and things, but I was able to play, put a couple grand in. Like, I didn't go crazy because I wanted to prove to my wife that this worked. This wasn't all crazy. I wanted to prove to myself that I had the discipline to do something I've never done, but I got 250,000 people paying our monthly fee to do this stuff. And I think I'm smart, right? Like, I want that lifestyle that I see people get. So I'm like, all right, I filtered through a couple different groups, and some are not what I wanted. Like, you may experience that as you go out there and search the world out there. There's a lot of trading experts, gurus, people that do what they, give you calls and rely on technology for real-time delivery. I know that was my area. However, Brayson and his crew and what he was building, I joined the Discord 34 months ago, and I joined after 30 months of sitting around. Like 30 months, I was in the Discord watching the evolution of what was happening while we had hundreds of thousands of people trading using our software. And I'm like, I got to figure this out. Like, I was set on determined to do it because we sold all of our softwares. Now we're just kind of managing them and running them and doing these, transitional things and having fun, right? But so I really wanted to sink my teeth into this, and I'm like, holy cow, 2K a month. Like, I don't even know. I've never traded, right? And it starts at 2K, where it actually ranges up as we talk about that today, right? So, and that's for a reason and a purpose. We help craft the offer, like it's what we do. So I am confident that this works because I put the couple grand in, right? And again, I don't know if you could do the same thing because I take risks. Like I played professional poker in my head, at least professionally, when I dropped out of college before I started my software company, right? So I've been all in before. Like I understand how degenerate it could feel. I understand that the people you talk to about this won't understand it. Like it just like that. Like I never told people professional poker player. Like, what do you do? Like, oh, I count cards. That's what I told them. But it was just easier because they understood. But anyway, there's my little backstory. And we found Brayson's group because he was true. He wasn't no offense if you're young, that's great. You could trade too, but he wasn't just some kid. He wasn't just building hype. He was straight up showing his results and saying, if you want to learn how to do it, go do it. The guy didn't even have a sign up process. Like it was pretty, like that's not what he cared about. He's like, yeah, listen, people want it. They're going to find it and they're going to tell me they want it. And that's the best people to sign up. And I'm like, okay, great. I want to streamline this because it's a lot. This journey, if you're brand new, is a lot. Like you're learning a new language. Like pick up Babbel, go to Duolingo. These are all apps if you're not technical. And try and learn new language. It's not going to be overnight. Like Babbel and or is it Babbel? Anyway, Duolingo doesn't tell you in 30 days you're going to be fluent in Spanish. They say 30 days you're going to be level 2. So Brayson talks about these different black belts or jujitsu belts or whatever it is about like where are you? So part of finding yourself is understanding where you are in this journey and being honest about how much you know or don't know. Cause I don't know shit. Like I don't know anything about trading. I've learned the DIIO language, watching content, being present. Right. So anyway, that's how I ended up here. And I'm like, Brayson, let me help. I got to help. Like I got to do this. I will go through the process. I will document my journey and then my team will build things like a website, a member backend, like automation, accountability, structure stuff that he didn't want to handle because he's really statistical, like he's analytical, he's data driven, and speaks again too high of a level for most people, in my opinion. But wonderful guy. Never actually been in the same room as him. That's the beauty of the internet. Like, never been in the same state. Actually, I stopped down in Dallas to go to Florida in my little touch point because they didn't have a
Where are
direct.
you?
I am in Tucson, Arizona,
Okay.
about 100 miles north of the Mexico border, about 100 miles from Phoenix and Scottsdale, where we ran most of our agencies and development before we moved down to Tucson. Start a family. I got 2 boys, 7 and 9. And Kitty, my wife, we've been running the business that we've been doing together for 17 or 19 years. And now we're here. She's learning traditional trading. Like she's kind of trying to be Brayson's guinea pig on what he's building over there. Um, and yeah, so that's kind of, we're all in on this because we want to use our team, use our knowledge, and get the right 100 people. Okay, so let's talk about our new website. And again, it's a work in progress. We kind of tossed it up in a week, right? So we just gathered information, and what DIO is your gateway to financial and time freedom. Now, that's very important to Brayson. Like his notes, when I look back at some of my calls, because I'm pretty I'm pretty detail oriented because I've had to be, is health, wealth, happiness, fulfillment, physical, mental, spiritual well-being. Like, so it's not just the algorithms. Although, like, that's the secret sauce. That's what everyone's coming to the restaurant for. It's like that guy, the salt guy, right? everyone can make that steak, but like it's that, right? So the algos are the special sauce in what we do. And what he has created. The rest of it, and again, like this is literally just my notepad, and I'm an open person, right? So like I don't mind sharing anything I'm doing and building, and like this is just my journey of note taking about like what we need to understand, the different phases, and all of it's here, and we're in the process of building, right? So anyway, let me stop sharing that and share my whole screen. The DIO website, it's a homepage. Go flip through it. Like, I don't need to read this website to you, but we do have a free Discord server. If you're not in Discord, I know it's something new. I got to go learn it. It's another thing that will annoy me. Turn off the notifications, do what you want, right? But it is where our most active people are talking, right? And then we also have a free back office for anyone. Like, it's free training. You just click on this button and we'll go through that too. But what we offer, right? Exclusive crypto and trading education, the DIO algorithms, which are super freaking cool once you learn them. They're hard if you make them hard, but if we can make them simple together in this first phase of community growth, then I think we're really going to have a home run here. We're a community of like-minded individuals. Not just anyone joins this. It starts at $2,000 a month. Like, it's not a cheap program, and that's okay. And it's by intent, because we want kind of that like platinum master, the Tony Robbins, like elite level type of individual who wants to grow, not just make a bunch of money, which is cool and that helps you grow, but that's not kind of what we're all about. We have resources, and most importantly, once you're ready to join, there's 60 days. No reason that, like, it doesn't matter. You hate it. You lost all your money. You didn't learn it. It was too hard for you. You don't have the time. Like, no questions asked. Like, it doesn't matter. It's kind of sits in a holding tank until you're done with that, and then you become an actual member. It's kind of like, it's at least $4,000 you're going to invest for 60 days, and if you don't like it, you can have it all back, like 100%, minus the fees if you pay for fees like credit card. I can't do anything there. Let me see here. I'm just going to mute that one person. Who is it? All right. I'm going to mute Eric's phone.
Eric.
Sorry. Got it.
And as
Cool.
you say that, one of the things that I like that has kind of kept me continuing to come back and look is that focus on more than just financial, right? Like your amazing goal, I forget what you are, 16, 17 days going to the gym. I've been following you. And it's like, oh man, that's awesome. That
Trying to motivate people.
Exactly. Talk about not just, getting financially healthy, but also mentally healthy, right? Physically healthy. So
yes.
I think
So
that's pretty nice.
physically, mentally, I know some people want to talk we don't talk religion, but like spirituality and like having balance and time freedom. And these are all things that I personally fortunate enough to have some of those items because of what we've done, but it makes life so much easier, and you can be very intentionally focused on one thing whenever you want to be. And that's what I was drawn toward this trading element, just because it is so cool. You could do it anywhere at any time, right? So
is your name Markel or Mark?
Markel.
Markel, okay. So are you in Discord?
I am.
To the top section of the different chat rooms is a great area that real estate discussion, talk about the health and wellness. There's a bunch of different things that I'm in those rooms as much as I'm in the other rooms.
You're
just because I enjoy watching them.
It's
totally
right there,
agree.
man.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Discord for sure. So after there, let's just talk about Discord. There's a button that you can click on right on the website. It's pretty much on every page. We just kind of use this and plopped it a lot of places right now. But this Discord server is this one, right? So the Digital Investor IO server, and there's a couple hundred people, probably only 30 people or so that are like active, but there are a lot of channels. There's that general channel. There's a news channel, just that Brayson plops in some important items if you ever want to watch it. That health and wellness, emotional priming. Like, I did take my kids out to the mountain today. They're off for rodeo break. Like, super weird. Tucson, Arizona gives like Thursday, Friday off to go to the rodeo, but instead we went up the mountain, played in the snow, hit up the gym this morning. And it's really, I see Johnny Cakes AZ, like he's been on some of our other calls, and he now is going to the gym. Like, I think it's cool. We can help each other when you hang around those types of people, it just happens, right? We have this NFT channel, real estate discussion, tax efficiency ideas, traditional markets. This is a new one that I'm going to start using to do all my updates in. There's beginner discussion, crypto onboarding. This is kind of where we used to send people, or Brayson used to send people. And it just wasn't very organized. Some of you have maybe gone through that process where they're like, hey, get in here and just look at the pinned messages. And it's like,
We
well,
lived there
okay.
for months, Joel. We lived there for
Yeah,
months.
I know. And I'm like, hey, you got some awesome stuff that nobody's gonna watch. And like I can tell you because I have data that tells me based on how you structure your delivery and encouragement and simplification, they will actually achieve better results. Like they being us, like me, you, everyone that wants to go through this. Scams to avoid, voice chat, like no one really uses it. Actually, I don't want to go in there. No one actually, okay. I haven't really seen anyone use that there. This advanced training section, share the wins, DeFi, altcoins, degen chat, speculative. And you're like, hey, Joel, what are those colors, right? I knew, or at least I assumed that someone was going to ask me what those colors were. So these are your colors, right? Can you guys see the screen still?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
So the green dots, this is what Brayson wrote one day. So I copied it and put it in my notes because I'm like, hey, I'm going to need this. And eventually it will be more than just this, but probably not much to lose, everything to gain. Still talk, you're a trusted finance professional. Like we're not trying to be that. You're buying access to advanced training, the group, the community, to be part of the 100, but also the algorithms. Like that's the only thing we can take and give. And so that's kind of what you're paying for. Yellow, safer than red. It carries risks. You know, this asymmetry that he talks about, risk mitigation are available, can be tailored. Of course, choose your own, not financial, all those things. Orange, high risk, high reward, very dangerous in some cases. However, success also correlated to how much you've learned and experienced. And sometimes those high risk things teach you a lot about the stuff. So just never be more exposed than you want to be. And red, high probability of losing money from this chat and what we do. Probably high reward too, but high risk, right? So it's more advanced. So on that side, what are those different things? I got all those cool things to share. Those are all here. So the DeFi is orange. Altcoin has a human head, which we didn't really define, but that's probably more in the orange category. Degen chat is pretty degen, right? Degenerate, right? That's what that stands for if you don't know. And yellow, lots of trade discussion. This is where all the magic happens, in my opinion. If you're just plugged into this, you can make money, even if you don't pay for the algorithms. Like I tried to pretend in my head, like, okay, I took that trade. Same one that, they're talking about taking. Okay, how'd I do? And I'm sure some of you are doing that right now, and that's fun. So all this is free. And then this platinum DIO, this is the paid members area where there's platinum talk, MSA announcements, complete stuff that we talk about. How do I do this? And real-time help. Ho Bing has helped me out, taught me trailing stops via a Discord channel. Like that's so cool. He's in Australia and he's on the call right now. Hello. But I think that's so cool. And he's a doctor. He's a doctor. I'm a software guy. Brayson does real estate. Like it's pretty cool to see the types of people that are here, right? You got announcements, but like where I think the magic is these awesome alerts. Like this is one thing that you get as a member, and I believe we're going to be building more of these, or I want to. I'm going to encourage it. This is Bitcoin alerts, right? And this has just been my life saving. And like right here, for example, you can see when things switched from bullish at 3:30 in the morning today to pretty bearish. And you watch the market, like we had alerts. It pinged me at 3:48, at 4 a.m., at 4:15, like, hey, bozo, if you're in something you shouldn't be in, like, go look at it. Or maybe it's a good time to get into something, right? But then when you have confluence and a stack right here that says, like, hey, the 24 minutes heavy short, the 45 is heavy short, the 90 is heavy short, like, if you're in the long, you should probably try to get out, right? And long short, like, you're going to learn these things. Or, hey, really good confluence that we're heading the right direction or the direction that's going to happen. And there's so much opportunity there. And it literally flips. went a little long, then went a little, like, things started to rise again. Like, we knew we had alerts. I think that's really cool. So for those of you that don't have access to those, now this is just one alert off of TradingView, which has all of our algorithms in it, which we'll talk about. And I'm going to encourage setting up more because I think they're cool just to like look at this. Now you can do all of these alerts yourself using the algorithms, and that's what Grayson built, and that was really important to explain here in the about page, right? This is, and if you haven't watched this video, this is a great video. Like I say, go to the website, watch it. Wait till you're off the call, right? But like, go watch this 3-minute video, and he kind of just talks about like what he's built, like, and that's Grayson. Like, for those of you who have never met him, and I think it's cool, right? But it's more than just giving you something. He's trying to teach everyone how to fish, right? He's not trying to provide the fish. He wants to give you access to real-time data on any asset at any time, and you make your own decisions. And that's what I love about it, is he's not pretending. And he's pretty open about his trades, like, hey, I'm going in for a long. Dude, if the guy you're paying to use his algorithm says going in for a long, you're in that paid membership. Like, that's a good place to just make your money back, in my opinion. Like, to pay for your course, or to pay for your I'm not supposed to call it membership, to pay for being a DIIO phase 1 member, which is a little wordy, but we'll work on it. Go learn, right? But what he's built here is 5 different algorithms. It's really 6 or 7 and 8 and 9, but 2 algorithms talk to one algorithm, which makes one whole one. Like, super dorky. If you ever want to dork out on that stuff, like, he's the dude, and he'll be able to help you there. And not my area, right? But if you click on any of these, you can kind of understand a little bit about what they are. Breakout bars, color-coded bars, they range from blue, which means heavy down, 85% confluent, like the multiple algos talking to each other make that 85% statistical probability. Like, 85% is pretty darn good for me. Like, if I can go to the casino and have an 85% chance at reading your hand playing the table, I'm going to wipe all your money. Like, I know that. Like, so I like this element a lot. Color coded, really simple. Orange, fiery hot. Blue, ooh, ice cold, bad. Like, people even have been programmed to learn and see these colors. Confluence monitor is really dorky and awesome. Like, it is the backbone. Like, it's probably the brain, right, of you or your body, or it could even be the heart. Like, it's super important, and it drives these colors that you see on the movement monitor. It's a conglomeration of the important parts of this monitor, and you can go granular and look at each individual thing on any asset, which is so cool. Not just crypto, right? But a lot of us are focused on crypto. Movement monitor, it's a colored line, similar to the breakout bars, where orange is super up, green is up, red is down a little, blue is down heavy, right? So again, color coded, you're looking, that's why if you're in the group and you hear orange on orange on orange, you're seeing orange movement monitor, or orange on orange over green, right? Orange movement monitor, an orange breakout bar, and the volatility monitor is green, right? So volatility monitor is one of those algorithms. Resistance levels, really cool for putting stops in place, like a data set that says it should go and can go. The volatility of this price action, which are these bars, can drive you up to this point. Like, so, like, be prepared for that at any given time, and you'll learn how awesome those are, right? And I didn't understand these for the first 3 months I was paying to be a member. Like, I paid for 4 months before I even made a trade, which I don't think is my goal. Of doing that was to build something where you guys that sign up don't have to have a 4-month learning curve. Like, save your money, sign up when you're ready. That's what we like. We don't want anyone who's not ready, because you're not going to stay, and then you're going to have a bad experience. And that's not what we're trying to do. Dynamic pressure lines. These have been so awesome to learn what those are. Those are a data set that I thought, and this is funny, when I started trading, I thought everyone saw these lines on TradingView. I had no idea that these were like the special sauce to say, like, hey, there's a lot of resistance at this point, or not a resistance. It could be a resistance or a support, right? It depends on how you're looking at what direction this thing that goes up and down looks like, right? So we have this little page. It's under the about section. Like, you can't just get to it, and you just got to click on any one of these will take you to that page, right? Again, we talk about joining our free server, which we went over, and getting into the back office training, which we're going to go over. But first, let's talk about this. This is the current DIIO pricing structure. Now, DIIO's intention is to have 100 members total. That's it. We don't want to babysit people. We want to provide a very network group of the right people with the right goals, and that's our goal. That's why there's an application process. That's why there's not just a buy now button at this time, right? So we're currently onboarding first phase of members. They're going to pay $2,000 a month, and they're going to get locked in for $2,000. They're never going to pay more, right? This is because we're building as we grow. Like, some people paid before we even had these 5 different or 6 different algorithms. Now you can join at this price, and they paid the same amount, and they used to get an email with a write-up once a week, because you can still make that. Like, if it saves you $2,000 a month just moving from one asset to the other, to me, it depends on your portfolio or size, right? But that's kind of why the $2,000 a month threshold is chosen, because it's going to be difficult to do this if you only have $2,000 in trading. You should not probably be signing up for this. You can learn, right? But it does bring in the person that we really want to help protect what they have, because a lot of people I intend on bringing in are business owners, or let's just talk about this real quick. It's the self-sufficient, it's like the entrepreneur or the person who owns the business, really, because I personally have gone and ran these companies. I had up to 200 employees in our Scottsdale office. At one point, it was ridiculous. I never would do that again, right? But I learned payroll, expenses, taxes, rent, insurance, all these overhead items. And like, even currently with a small team, I was spending about 50 grand a month. And I said, notice I say was, I'm in on this. I can take that $50,000 a month cost, because the revenue is still coming, and invest that into myself. Otherwise, I took 50 grand a month in cost to yield 10, 20% growth year over year. Like, okay, I did the numbers. And to me, that's when it just, the aha moment happened personally, is like, hey, I spend time, effort, energy, stress, and I love my people. A lot of them were family. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, so I love these people, but it's like, hey, like, no more projects, because this is what we can do to multiply money, even, and I can give it to you. I can give it to you. Like, it's all good. Like, and that's kind of where I wanted to take my energy and rely less on all of those expenses and make 10 or 20% a year on 600 grand expenses. You know, you're making 100 grand to spend 600. Well, if you had $50,000 a month, or even $5,000 a month, you could probably make that 100 grand over the year with a lot less stress and time and energy, just by following a color. No, it sounds silly and stupid, but that's what it is, right? So we are building this as we go. The first phase members, 2,000 a month. Phase 2 members, that's going to be after 13 people, 12 people. The first 12 right now are going to pay $2,000 a month. Then we're going to increase it to $2,250 a month for members 13 through 30. Currently, that's the plan. Members 31 through 70 will pay $2,500 a month, because there may be more algorithms. There will definitely be more training. There will be a bigger group. Like, all the value is going to grow, and you're going to pay a little more, because that's the value we're growing. Phase 4 are going to pay $3,000 a month. That's going to happen at members 71 through 100. And I do think we will sell 100 members within the year. Like, so I believe this is an execution strategy done in quarters. Like, if I, on my write-up, I physically wrote all this up, and phase 1 will be done in March. Phase 2 will probably be done April, May, June, end of June. Like, these are quarters goals, and I think we'll hit them, right? So anyway, no contracts, 60-day money back guarantee. If we lose a member, great. Like, you're going to be locked into your price. So if you were member 13 and number 4 for some reason falls off the face of the earth, then you're not member 12 anymore. You're still member ID 13. Like, we're going to have little cards that we send people. Like, we're going to make it nice. It's a nice club to be part of, in my opinion. We also have this checklist page. You're going to hear us all talk about the checklist. The checklist is the formula for success. Like, if you go through the checklist before every trade, you're probably going to have much more success than those who don't. And I can tell you, I have not gone through the checklist in every trade. Some trades, I didn't even think about the checklist. I just went on the fact that the community, Johnny and Brazen, are both like, yo, this is good. I'm like, cool. This is good. I respect what they're saying. Like, I had $500 in the trade, $1,000 in the trade. This is not 100,000. I didn't do that. No, like, I played with a couple in the beginning and it was fun. And I'm still kind of there, but now I'm ready for the next tranche. Like, I've convinced the wife to send the next level of money over to a Dubai exchange, which sounds crazy, but first we got to get it from here to here to go here. Like, I got to teach those things. But the checklist, it's a lot. Oh my gosh, is it a lot? This is just list 1. You got to go through general trade conditions in list 1 to then open up list 2, to then ask yourself all these questions, to then open up list 3. Oh my gosh, how long does that take? 15, 20 minutes for me. It's a lot before you make a trade, which gives you a lot of time. So those impulse trades are not happening until you know your checklist by heart. Bracing probably run through the checklist in 2-3 minutes, right? But what is the checklist? Oh, that's a lot, right? That's a lot. So here's what we ended up doing. You can go to your member login page at any time. I'm already logged in, so it'll probably just kick me to, yeah. So once you're logged in, you don't really have to log in again. If you can't get in and you've never done this before, it's somewhere here. Let's see. That's a good one. Right here. When you sign up for your free account, you're going to click on a link. It's going to join and you're going to enter your email, choose a password. They're going to email you something, then you log in. 2-factor auth type of stuff, right? But once you're there, you don't even need to ever remember your password. You can just click this login with secure code button. They send you an email that you click on and it logs you in. Like, I think that's cool. It's just kind of mine. And I know someone messaged us like, I didn't see the button. Your link is invisible. And I think it was just a button. Anyway, I think the team already handled that. So thank you for bringing that up. So that is what you do when you log in. And this is our DIIO Elite members area. This is free. You can create an account, and people have, like, not a lot, like, there, I'm open book. I want everyone to know what they have here, right? So there's 3 pages of 10. So like 30 people in here right now. Pretty cool. 30 people just from hitting up a website are into the system, and I can kind of see what they're doing. And this is kind of what we're trying to accomplish here. But we built these training sections that you can go through for free. What are the DIIO algorithms? Well, Zoom would ever load on my VPN, which is now loading go high like crazy. DIIO algorithms. There's 5 of them. Dynamic pressure lines, volatility monitor, breakout bars, movement monitor, confluence monitor. Click the button and watch the video. Again, I chopped up one of his 3-hour videos and made the volatility monitor 44 minutes. Like, it's him talking about it. Like, I can't chop it up anymore. But hey, spend the time and know that now you know what a volatility monitor is. Now you know what breakout bars are. Now you know what a movement monitor is. And all of these are available for you guys for free, right? So let's go back here to the actual course. Then we have this checklist. Oh man, what is the checklist? Well, download the free app or create your free account, right? If you haven't already, and then go through this 30 lesson part, but at least you can go through it in an organized way. You know what order to watch it in. Intro to setups and chart scanning. I think these are like between 4 and 18 minutes normally. And that's like was a good chopping point for me to then say, hey, I've watched this intro to setups and chart scanning once it loads. And then you can mark it as complete. You yourself, I am not tracking that you actually did this. I don't really care. Like, if you want to know you watched it, you mark it as complete. It will mark it as complete, right? And then inside of our system, I'll look into that. It will be marked and I will know that I watched it. You will know that you watched it. And I think that's kind of cool. And then you'll know where you're at, right? So you can watch the checklist every single little check mark that's on that checklist has a correlated video. What does he mean when he talks about sandwiching? Well, here's what he means. Like, so these are all just like a introduction and practical application to the checklist. Why do I care about the checklist? Here you go. Watch these videos. What is sandwich by breakout bar confluence even mean? Well, what the heck does that mean? Well, here's what it means, right? You click on it, and again, these should be super short, like a minute and 10 seconds. That's what I'm talking about, baby. I watch this video. If I forget later, I could watch a minute any time of the day. I love that, right? So do like, again, go through the whole checklist. You don't need to do it all right now, but there's 3 different categories because there's 3 different lists. And that's what we're trying to teach. Once you learn this, you can do it faster. You will find much more success if you run through this checklist. Everything from is it an emotional trade? Does the data say you're doing the right thing, right? So that is one of the training things that we have back here, along with the algorithms. Then this is the crypto onboarding section. These are literally just the videos copy and pasted from the Discord channel at this time. But at least you can keep track of what you've watched and what order we think you should watch them in. Like, I think that alone is a huge help. So this is better than a pin post and will improve as we continue in to grow these things. So that's there for everyone. I want everyone to understand that in the member side. And then these are going to continue to grow. These are some basic links that were pinned inside the crypto onboarding Discord before me and my team tried to get in and throw something so everyone had it in an organized way, which is really cool. A glossary, CoinMarketCap glossary. This is just a link. It's literally just a link, but at least it's a verified link from us. Go search whatever you want on here. And this is a really cool little glossary by CoinMarketCap that we like to utilize. So that's there, that's there, that's there. Perfect. We went over the back end, important links. This is what everyone gets. There is a discussion section in here. Look, 25 members in the free version right now. And I'll just put things in here on occasion. You're welcome to post. Like, I don't really know how we plan on using this. That's why for now, I just threw this in here. While teams deciding to best use it, make sure you get in Discord, because not everyone that goes here will be in Discord. Not everyone in Discord will be here, but we will all converge eventually. Or you can watch the free content, which just links you to this learning tab. So here's the people inside of it. I don't know if you even see this page, but I do because I'm an admin. And you don't see this add a course. Only I do, because I can add a course if we want. Then we have this platinum and paid member section. Currently, this is what the team is working on right now. I hope to have it tomorrow, probably be next week, but it'll be cool. These are for our paid members. Also similar, you could just toggle through them. Once you're a paid member and you're activated here, you can get to the platinum mastermind side of it, where we have all of our replays from the actual paid member replays, the ones that Brayson talks about setups. Like, this alone created that 126% that I got yesterday, which was really freaking sweet and fun. But it was waiting for the setup. Like, the movement monitor was on a pressure line that was on the top of a volatility cloud in the up pressure. And I was like, holy cow, this is like just laying right there. So I sat there, I clicked the button, I'm on Twitter, and I just watched the 1 minute chart. What is the 1 minute chart? You guys will probably be asking. So let me just show you a little bit about what TradingView. And again, I have to make these types of videos. Some of you are like, what the heck is TradingView? Well, you need a TradingView account and you need a premium account. It's like $100 a month. So like, that is, look at all this, my alerts. This is why I like Discord better, right? I didn't get those even because I wasn't like logged in. But anyway, you got to click on the super charts once you have a TradingView premium account, right? And the reason is it gives you an 8 chart layout. Let me move this around. 8 chart layout, and I can center all these again. Let it load. I'm going to show you guys kind of what we see. And you've seen Brayson talk about it, but you probably don't know the language that he's speaking because it's super high end, which is cool. But here's an example. Let's look at BTC on the 1 hour. Again,
Hey, Joel.
yeah.
I just want to say something. So I've watched you go from not talking that lingo to now talking part of his lingo.
I don't want to do that. So
In,
correct me.
in the last 4 months, I'm just when we talk, I'm like, oh, he's dived into that pool of that lingo.
I will correct that then. I will talk at my education level then. But thank
I
you for
love it though.
reminding
I love it though.
me.
It's growth. I mean, from where you were to where you are,
It is.
it's growth, brother. I love it. I love
And I
Well,
think if I can do it, anyone here can do it for sure.
I'd say as you learn, you're going to have to talk the lingo because that's what we're talking about. I mean, you can't talk about cars, engines without, I don't know, talking about a carburetor. That's the lingo. This is, investing. So I think the
I
lingo is just
agree.
natural.
I agree with that statement for sure.
And Joel,
So
also going back to what you said when you started, it's a whole nother language, right? We got to learn it.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's just
it
part
is,
of it.
and it drives me crazy. Even the naming on some of them, like Confluence Monitor. It's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, yeah, like, and I had to Google these things. Like Google was my friend in a lot of this process, but like I had to Google asymmetry and I had to Google volatility. Like I didn't even know. Like it was crazy to understand these things. And once it clicks, it's like magic, right? It's simply, in my opinion, it's magic. I don't know how else to say it, and I sound crazy every time I talk about it, right? But here is Bitcoin on a 1 hour chart. Again, I'm not teaching you any trading stuff. I don't know. This is what I've learned. And I've learned this I've been in the group like almost 3 years, right? But I've been a paying member 5 or 6 months. I've traded for only 2 months. And finally, I understand this stuff. So I'm trying to teach it in a simple way, right? So here you see our algorithms. Like these are the algorithms. I even have one of them turned off, and it's the one that I never watch because it's just too much. Here you go. Let me turn the settings on. Even I had to learn all these different things. Settings, style, table. Is that going to be the one? No, that's not even it. All right. Well, I'm still learning, right? So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you guys. This is what we get in terms of alerts and alarms. On the 1 hour, each of these bars, these little candles, like for those of you who don't know, represents 1 hour. And there's 9 minutes and 28 seconds left on this bar, this 1 hour period. Because then it will be the top of the hour and it will shift over and create a new bar. And it will create it at the level that you see that's even. Like I had to even learn all of these things because I had no idea what he was even talking about at first. And again, I'm not trying to teach you this, but you see right here, it ended and then it started right here. So you can always see where the candle started. And at some point, this candle, this 1 hour period at 10 Central, for some reason I'm in Central time, but I'll change that. It at some point went up to right here at this level, 51,775, and it went all the way down to this level, 51,398. But it closed and ended at this level. And then it started here, and then it went up and down, and ended here, and then it went here, and it went up and down, and here, right? So I had to just learn some of those basic things, and I'm like, okay, colors make sense. I look at this chart, and I see orange up. Okay, orange is a good thing. Orange up is a good thing. Breakout bars, those are our breakout bars, right? And then right here, you can see the movement monitor, this little colored line, is the middle. It's the movement monitor. It's the average of all of these items is price expected to go here is what I've at least interpreted it. And it went from red to orange right behind this bar. It probably was green for a second or yellow, just green and then orange. So now movement monitor is orange. You can see the volatility cloud is red and it turned orange. And guess what else I got? At this time at 3 a.m., I got a ping that said heavy long. Algo saying, hey, it went from red to green, meaning pressure is changing and starting to head back in the upward direction. And it should go, this bar, this 1 hour period, could go all the way down to here before then it will say, oh man, it's now bearish. It should turn red. And then this cloud would turn red. So these are the inflection points at which these algos are saying, okay, it's done going down. It's going to start going up. At least that's how I interpret it right here at this point. It changed first here. red candle to orange candle, pressure up, movement monitor, red to orange. So like I have alerts that told me these things were happening, right? We also got that ping in Discord that said, hey, bullish opportunities, at least is heading bullish. Look at it. So you could have entered a trade there, wrote it up to here, and then you get a bearish ping right here because look, the volatility cloud changed. The breakout bar went from orange to red. It's alerting you. And now it's heading down. Blue, it's heading down even more. I'm like, okay, this to me is more simple once I understood the colors and the things I'm looking for and how I can set alerts to happen when those happen. Now, BTC is done for me in this Diamond Discord channel, right? So like, let's look at those times. Again, we can just correlate this. And this is what I did to make sure all this stuff was working right. Where are we today? Like some reversals right here. Consider a short 3:48 a.m. So that's going to be 4:48 over here. So you can come over here and look at 4:48 right here. Bink, like right in this section. You see right here. It's going to tell you, hey, not bullish anymore. Going to head down. Like how cool is that? Like, so once you learn how to do some leverage trading, you can take this little, what I at least experienced. This is again how I learned it. I can take this bearish going down momentum from 58.2 to this channel. See these channels? It's just bouncing around this channel. And as you look at this channel, this is an average of 200 days or 200 bars. Sorry, this is 200 hours. The last 200 hours is red. It's still, it's on the bearish decline, right? But you can see it stays in this channel for the most part, just bounces up and down this channel. And the solid line is the average or middle of that channel, at least as far as I understand it. I had to learn these things. So I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool. I can see it go up and down these channels. And then I got really crazy and I go to the 1 minute. This one, I'll turn this chart off. There's that chart. And I'm not going to say to do these things because you should not do these things. But I did. And I had a lot of fun with them, honestly. I looked right here. Like in my example, I would happen to be sitting in front of a computer, staring at the 1 minute because I think it's fun. And again, Brayson says this is the quickest way to have a heart attack. Like, because it moves. And I don't want anyone else to have a heart attack. I don't want to have a heart attack, right? But I look right here and I'm like, okay, cloud changed. Oh, let's start paying attention. Oh, bar changed. Movement monitor changed. Orange on green. Okay, orange. It's not orange on orange. I hear him say orange on orange a lot, right? So there's just like, hey, it's not sure. Oh, orange. Orange on orange. Hey, I'm going to enter the trade. I just happen to be sitting here. I see the change. It's 1 minute. I'm going to sit here and watch every minute this bar until it changes to red. That was my goal. So I would have entered this trade right here if I happened to be watching the 1 minute. Now, this is ridiculous scalping, degenerate day trading. Like, don't do it, right? But it could yield you a result from 51.57 to this red bar. I would have been out. Like, that's always my goal. Like, blue bars, I'm starting to be like, what the heck is going on? Because I'm sitting here watching it. I'm watching it turn from orange to red to blue in front of my eyes in 1 minute. I'm like, oh, scary. But look, it didn't go below that volatility monitor. So I'm like, it's just price action, volatility, right? It didn't breach that monitor again. And then it started to breach it. And once it breached it, it turned red. I'm like, ooh, blue bar, red, movement monitor still green, not the end of the world. Oh, now it's blue, under red, I'm out. But that's a 51.5 to 51.8. Now, that's not a lot of money, right? It's $300 of price action movement in, I don't know, 18 minutes or whatever that bar, like Brayson knows how to calculate these. I don't even know how to do that yet. But to me, at 25x leverage, because I'm putting $500 into the trade, I'm willing to have a stop loss. At this point, I would have gone down about here. So I was willing to risk from 51.5 to 51.4. So I was willing to risk $100 worth of price movement, and then it would have stopped me out, and I would have lost 2%. So I put $500 into this trade, for example. I'm risking $10. You can risk more. You can range it up to 10% stop loss, right, and give you more room if it goes down. And so you're risking 20 bucks on your 500. Like, I know it sounds ridiculous, but if you're watching the 1 minute, I did this yesterday. I know it's possible. Now it goes up $300. Again, I'm no math wizard, but at 50,000, 1% is 500. So it's 0.7%, give or take, at 25x, because I'm getting credit for 25 times the $500 that I'm putting into the trade, risking $10. And this is where like all these dots have to connect, right? To then make 27% or whatever it was on $500. I'm risking $10 to make $180 or whatever it is, minus fees and whatever, right? You'll learn those things as you play. But in 18 minutes, just by listening to the algorithms, I don't know anything about anything. I'm just watching the colors. Okay, they changed. I had to learn the formula. Oh, it goes blue here, it goes red here, then it goes here, then it goes, okay, look, this is a good one. Green to orange over orange. Like, you could just wait till here, which is what Brayson probably does, but he doesn't look at the 1 minute. Here's a 4-hour chart of the same thing. It sometimes tells a very different story. See, the 1 minute was a red channel. The 4-hour chart says this is a green channel, and a pretty vertically slanted green, in my opinion. Like, the last 204 hours, whatever that is, 800 hours is right here. And if you wanted to just trade longer terms, which I wanted to, I still want to, I promised Ho Bing that I would. This right here is a freaking money trade, in my opinion, if you happen to be paying attention and you just did what I did. Oh my gosh. It went from red to green. The movement bar, this colored line, right, went, let me see if I can even zoom in even more here. And this is how I just personally use these things. Like, I don't even know what I don't know. Again, if I can do it, you can do it. But you have to learn. It's so basic. It went from red to green on a 4-hour time frame. So you had 4 hours to make your decision as it played around here. But then the little green line, if you see behind this, maybe I should.
That's how long it'll take me to go through the checklist. About 4 hours, I'll be ready to place the trade.
But check it out. That's a good time to place the trade right here. Like,
yeah.
right. Yeah. Like, and then you may get a little scared here. Like, this is where I'm like, oh my gosh, I got a bunch of money in. Like, it was going up, it's doing great. And now it's like, oh, but the movement monitor is still green. It's well above, like, it expected to go all the way down to here at the time. Like, that's your volatility. So if you put your stop loss right about here, like, you're not at risk, in my opinion. Again, I'm not the expert. This is the way I handled my money. But now it's orange on orange over green right here.
My question is, this sounds it's a little self-serving question, but is there a way, since this is a new group and a new algorithm, what would bring me value at this point? I want to join, but I would like to play with the algorithm, and just because right now I'm watching videos, but I think it'd be helpful if I could play with the algorithm in real time and see and then I'll know, I'm going to buy this thing. I can do this. I know how to do it.
100%. You can do that right now, and you got 60 days to play with it as like, and that's by.
So I put the 2,000 in, and I've got, or 4,000 in, and I've got 60 days, and I get a money back guarantee back if I'm. But to your point, you had it for 4 months before you placed the trade, and that's what I'm saying. I wish I could play with a little bit to where I felt like, I'm ready.
I didn't play with it during those 4 months, to be honest. Like, I was scared for some reason, and
I'm scared.
I know, and that's great. You got to get out of that comfort zone. And all right, so here's what I tell the people that are in the same shoes I was in. I was prepared to pay for 5 months before I made my money back in trading. So I before that said, hey, it's a $10,000 education. That's how I looked at it. Now, you may not need that much time. You may be able to do 4 of those months in the free section and then come on board. But to me, the timing was to be ready for the bull market. That's why I signed up when I signed up. I signed up and started paying, I don't know, October or something, November. Because I knew the end of the year was always good. I knew the halving was coming up. I mean, I've been around Web3 enough to know this side. So
yeah.
I joined. So, but yeah, the reason we do that is if you don't make the time in those 60 days, you're probably not going to at all, especially if you're paying the $4,000 to make the time for yourself, right? But once you get in it, if you just chalk up, in my opinion, the first 2 months to learning, One of this part of the process, if you want to, is to get a Palau ID, which ask Travis could take a month or two. For me, it took 3 weeks. So like the reason we do that, and it's 100% kosher, and we talk about it in our paid member section, or we will a lot
Tax.
more. Well, no, it's because these exchanges don't allow US. Now, that's okay. We don't need to pretend and lie to anything. In this ID that we get as DIO members, it is another $600 fee a year, or $300 a year, $600 for 4 years, or whatever it is, where you become a resident of this digital resident of Palau. Then you can go to Bybit and you can run through the KYC. And we don't lie, like we upload our real government names and IDs and 100% by the books. And Bybit says, okay, you're a Palau citizen, like welcome to our exchange. We don't allow US citizens to trade. Now there's other exchanges that do. So you don't need it, like BingX and FemX, and I think KuCoin, like some of these you can trade 5-10 grand without identifying yourself. But to my opinion, when I'm sending 100 grand to Dubai or to Bybit, I kind of want them to have a record of who I am, because I'm like, yo, like I don't mind that. Like I'm okay with that, because I do think it will give me a shot at getting it back once upon a time if they went under, right? In my opinion. Again, I don't know. I'm not an attorney, but that's what we say to those to that question is you got to be ready to make the time, in my opinion. You got to be ready to invest a little bit in the educational side. And if for some reason you just don't do anything, get your money back. But here's the caveat. The one caveat is if you get your money back, you have to wait 6 months to join again. And that's by intent, because like you already started, you were so excited, you didn't do anything, you asked for your money back. Hey, when you come back, you'll be super ready. And that's okay, but we want to make room for the 100 people. So like that's our goal.
So I think the training that I need at the moment is TradingView. I didn't know where that, I was asking that earlier, kind of, I was saying, what platform do I sign up for? TradingView looks like one. Now I just heard about
no. That one's not one. That is the one. Like you don't, like there are other options. TradingView has competitors.
No, this is the one where the algorithm lives.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. See, so there's training that I needed.
So yeah. So check it out. Here's what we're building, and it will be available here soon. Is this whole TradingView, for example, is in itself is this section here. Like, let's make this a little bigger.
Is there a link somewhere to go to TradingView, or I just log in www.tradingview.com and I'm there?
Yeah, I would just search TradingView and make sure you're on the right one. So they have all these different plans, essentials, 15 a month. Like these are cool, but in order to have 8 charts, which we use all the time, which I was going to show you on the next section, it's $60 a month.
Premium. Okay.
$60 a month. They'll give you a free trial for a month. After that free trial, they offer you the same Black Friday special. So if you just don't sign up right away, you use your whole free trial, you then will get an offer to be $40. It was like $300 a year is what I pay premium. So $300 there. The other one is $300. So yeah, there's $600 additional dollars one time that you need to pay to use our stuff. No, you don't have to do Palau, in my opinion. You can do it through other things, but if you want to trade on the same exchanges and do the exact same things that we do, that's what we've all done, at least.
So yeah. Okay, so I get the TradingView now. I got that part. So now how do I set up the Palau account, and what is it called? And
yeah,
help me through that.
Yeah, sure, man. No problem. So the other one is this RNS. Again, we're not affiliated. I don't want to like read this stuff. Crazy, right? But so yeah, it's $248. You get this awesome little card, physical card in the mail where you're a digital resident, and then this is the card that you hold up to your KYC on exchanges, and they're like, okay, like cool. Now we do use a VPN also. If you don't know what a VPN is,
I have one already.
Cool. So yeah, I use Nord, and I'm always connected to New Zealand for some reason. I just think it's like a friendly one.
Okay.
Cool. So those are the only items that you need.
So what is the reason for Palau? Why do that? I don't understand the why.
the why is on these exchanges. Again, this is as far as I know. Bybit, the one that I signed up for, said, okay, you're in. You have an account. You want to fund it? You need to verify yourself. It's called KYC, know your customer. So they ask you
Okay.
to fill out real simple, but they don't allow Arizona driver's license because they don't allow US residents to use their platform because the SEC and all these places haven't figured out the tax. That's at least what I
I see.
think.
I see.
So because they don't want to deal with it, they just exclude US residents. Now, if you're in Canada, like I don't know, Ho is in Ho being on the call is in Australia, like he may have just been able to use his Australian ID. I don't know. Right.
So
But
can
I
I'd like
do
to ask a follow-up. So I get the Palau ID, I sign in to the Bybit, I've got my trading view running, I make a trade, I win or lose. Is the tax reported to Palau because it's not going through the US government? In other words, is there a tax advantage also?
yeah. So
Am I taxed as a US citizen? I guess is my question.
I am not the guy for that answer. I will ask Brayson that. And I think he
Okay.
has some guy who's in accounting who's also in the group. And that's kind of what we're looking for is growing it with the right type of people, like a crypto attorney is going to join. I think that's cool. He believes in it, but now he is a resource to all of us in those necessary needs or times.
All right.
So as far as taxes, here's what I understand at least. The country of Palau is very clear when you sign up that they don't tax on income made outside of the country. Period. So you as a Palau resident are not going to be taxed on income and money that is being created outside of the country limit. So to me, that means they don't care. They're not going to do it. And I don't really know because it's in Bybit. My personal accountant's like, well, cool. Tell me about when it comes to your bank account. And at that point, I'm going to record the gain or loss, right? So at least
Got
that's
it.
how my personal one. So I'm like, okay, it's never coming back to my bank account, bro. Like it's going to stay in crypto and my other wallets. And he's like, I don't know. He's like, I don't know what to tell you. Like there isn't enough information for my personal CPA to tell me what to do. So he's researching it himself. But
That's probably a new topic to him too.
yeah, no, and it's going to happen, and there will be an expert in it, and we want to have that expert in our group and be one of our phase, our 100 members, because that's going to be a cool area. Because like that's what we're trying to build, that type of group, right? Which is cool. So yeah, Palau is one, the platinum member side is one, the free member side is another part of our business. And these trading view algos are just so freaking cool because you can look for confluence. Like, what does that mean? Do they agree? Are you going against yourself, right? Like, is there harmony between the 1 minute chart, which I'm looking at on the left, the 24-minute chart, the 4-hour chart, the 90-minute chart. These are backwards because I was playing, obviously. I have a 2-hour chart. You can make as many charts as you want. And we also give you share templates, meaning here's the Solana. That's fine. Let me leave that. Open it up. Here's the Solana micro time frame chart, pre-built by Brayson with the algorithms installed. Micro, meaning small time frames. 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour, 90 minute, and 2 hours. So here's a complete overlook at the last 2 hours of Solana, right? The 1 minute, on a quick glance, in my opinion, is green channel. The 3 minute is red. The 5 minute is red. You can see that just by glancing at them quickly, right? And then you can see, if you wanted to even zoom out here, you can kind of see where we're at in the bounces. So you can see the parallel there. Well, because they're so close in time frames, but maybe the difference will show right here on this 90-minute. Like here's where we're at in the grand scheme of things, right? As you see, it bounces in between these channels. The top of the channel, standard deviation -3. That's dorky stuff. What does that mean? Third below average. Average is a solid bar. SD -1, zone 1 negative, right here. You see those little dotted line? Zone 2, zone 3, end of channel. Zone 1 north is +1, zone 2, zone 3. Like, I guess I should show you on a much bigger one here. Here you go. that's when we talk about those items in the chat. Now, at least you know what we're talking about. Here's the channel. This is a 90-minute chart, and you can change it to months, hours, days, seconds. It's crazy. And all the algorithms are there. And here's the channel. Like, top side of the channel is right here right now at 118. Bottom side of the channel, meaning 200 bar average north-south with a median line. So this is where the algorithms come into play. To me, I see red down, not as good as green, right? And theoretically, it has trended down, but you can see it bounces around this average line. It always reverts normally to the mean, the average, that solid line in that channel. So it pushed up, it came down, it went below it. It's now bearish. It's now bullish because it's above 50%. Now it's bearish. Now it's still bearish, right? So like that's kind of, this channel will adjust and morph, and you can see those by replaying and retesting any of these algorithms at any time. So that's what I've really learned over the last couple months is you don't want to enter along right here just because it started to push up. Like, this was a cool little place, and I guess you could if you were scalping, you know, but like, it's scary times when these things were happening. Like, I was in a long. That's crazy. I was in a salon along right here, and it dropped all the way down, like in 90 minutes from 111 to 102, right? That's a 10%, 9% drop in 2.5 hours. I wish I wasn't a short. At 10x is a 90% gain, right? But I was in a long, and I had to just tough it out, and I actually exited at about here. Unfortunately, I had more room to go, but that was a loser trade that had no stop loss because it was absolute value. To me, it was a $300 trade, and I was like, whatever, I'm going to leave it in there. And had I been patient, it would have been better. I didn't start way up here. I started like right around here. I'm like, okay, it's got to come up. Like, it's in, it's up. So I guessed against the algorithm. I went long on red, on red, on red. And you lose money.
Why? Why'd you do this?
Because I was looking at the 1 minute chart.
Ah,
Heart
So
attack
like,
chart.
yeah, I was looking at that chart, and here's what I saw is I saw
okay.
right here, you
I
know,
see.
oh, it picked up.
And
It went below the pressure line where there's a lot of pressure. It went below, and then it started bringing green. I'm like, oh, I'm getting in long, right? And I got in about here late, but then it just dropped from 104 to 100. And to me, that 4% on a 25x is almost liquidation.
Yeah.
You know, and 25x is degenerate levels.
and this is amazing. I don't, please keep going. This is great stuff. Unfortunately, I have to go to yet another meeting, but this is
Read the recording. We'll
good
post it
stuff.
up there, and you'll see it.
All right. Thank you so much, Joel. I really appreciate it. Nice meeting the rest of you.
Bye, Markel.
We'll see.
Yeah, and we'll wrap it up. I didn't realize it was 2:15. See, now I know. Now I understand how Brayson does these things, right? So let me make sure. Like, now I kind of get when you get all excited and you're like really in it, and that's why I know I'm in the right place, right? Is when that happens, I think it's cool. So let's talk about this. Let me open the right one up. I guess it's number 3. Let me make sure I at least covered most of what I was trying to cover today. New website, we talked about the vision. At least what I'm trying to do is build something that's simple to build the right 100 people that are not just about making money and ringing in the cash register. That's fun. And we're going to do a lot of that because we have all this data that Brayson's put together, right? We have these phases of growth. Right now, we're in phase 1. There's less than 13 paying members using these algorithms. Oops. They're not new. The algorithms are not new. He's been using them and building them. I guess they are kind of new, only months old since all these colors and different things to simplify. It used to just be that ugly chart, in my opinion, which no one would have learned. Like, I think Jeff, Jeff, I called you by your Discord name. Ho definitely went through that process. We have a new training portal, scheduled Zooms, paid member access. We got some how-tos and questions, or I can answer those now. But like, yeah, that's kind of what we're trying to do. So like, for those of you that watch this replay later or that are on this call that are not members, I see some members here, like Travis is a member, Ho is a member, I am a member. I don't think you are yet, but I do think if you use those 60 days intentionally, give yourself an hour a day, in my opinion. I don't think it takes much more than that to learn. But know that the first 2 months, you're going to learn. Like you can trade on other exchanges. You could paper trade or fake trade and go through it using the algorithms. So you get comfortable with the process. You're not risking money in the market. You're risking your $2,000 to learn. So like if you wanted to just jump in, you got those 60 days. It's $2,000 and we're in phase one, where I will let everyone know when we're almost at phase two, and you'll see our members in the back end. So you'll know we're not lying about it. Like this is what we're building. This is how it's going to go. We are going to raise it to 2250 because there'll be more value. It's not about a pressure thing to join or whatever that is. So, you'll have these weekly meetings scheduled with us. There's paid Discord side, and I'm always available because I didn't take on any other software development projects. I have a really great accounting, dorky, like back end heavy type of product that wants to have us build it. And we're just turning them away. We're like, no, thank you. We're focusing on this. So I'm going to take my skills. I'm going to build a simple portal. I'm going to help lead the community side because like other products, we had 80,000 affiliates, people that were getting paid commissions to sell our product. And 90 of them got tattoo on their body because they wanted a free account. Like I know how to build a really fun community. We're going to be good people, wholesome, well-rounded. And if you're not that, you're not welcome. Like, and that's simple. We will not just take anyone's money to join this business. So if you're interested, the first thing I say to do would be to go to the website and fill out this form. On our website is DIIO Elite. There is a survey right here, and you could apply. It's a question that you're going to learn a little bit about yourself. You're going to think about things you haven't thought about. Oh my gosh, it's so long. If you're not willing to do this, then you're not willing to do what it takes, in our opinion, and that's okay. Come back when you're ready, and we will be here regardless. Like you can always join the community, but you can't always join the algorithms at this time. And we're going to open it up to eventually to like Forex and other things because it works there. Like I can pull up what's really cool. I don't know if Brayson would want me even doing this, but it's true. I got some Forex traders. I got about 55,000 foreign exchange traders, let's say they're trading, and you can look up any asset here, like JPN, USD, or what's a USD? What's another one? Here you go. Japan yen to the US dollar. I have my breakout bars all goofy. I guess I had a bad example, but there you go. It does work there too. Movement monitors, down pressure, and like, so these Forex traders, like, I don't know why I have these other colors hidden. I have to go look into those settings, right? Oh, they're just minor. They're small. They're nothing burgers. I'm in a big, let's see if this changes. Oh, it's even less. I guess I got to go even more long term. I don't ever look that long. Anyway, let's go to a 2-month. This will probably be better. There you go. So you can look, each of these bars are 2-month periods, right? So it's a very large scale, but you can see things starting to create. Now, this is because TradingView didn't have the data before then, right? So this is all pulling TradingView integration. So they probably integrated and started pulling data to trade this US dollar to Japanese yen at that time. So it will start to accumulate and build the rest of the algorithm. So, but we're going to open it up eventually to the traditional market. I know Brayson's playing with that. He's killing it over there. Oh my gosh. I just don't want to learn anything new. Like, to be flat honest, like it's too much for my head. This crypto thing is fun because volatility. And when you add leverage to volatility with data, to me, it was like a no-brainer. So like,
I like
in
it
my
because it's a 24-hour market.
never closes, and there's so many assets. Like what I do when I'm searching, like if anyone could do these items too, but I go to, Coin Market Cap sometimes. Sometimes I use just Bybit, but I don't want to log into my actual account. He told me not to do that. So you can come over here and you can do like 1 hour gainers or 1 hour losers. So in the last hour, here's the biggest downers. So to me, they're not that big, I guess, in what I'm playing in. But you can see the 7-day different, like here's the big movers, WorldCoin, WLD. Like, I don't know if it's traded. So then I would come over here to my trading view. And this is just what I do because I'm having fun trying to find the right thing. Like if it's up 150%, to me, that means it's probably going to go down soon, right? So I don't kind of want to catch that downside, or it already has. But WLD, let's see if TradingView has it. .p, Bybit perpetuals. Here you go. And let's look at the 1 hour chart. So here's this 1 hour chart. So it's like pretty heavy going up still. Like it has no, well, it's sloping a little bit. Again, I'm no expert, but it's going to ride this channel as it always has toward the middle. And this one, it was like, hey, it's probably not going to go that much higher because it hit the top of the channel unless it breaks the channel. When it breaks the channel, it's had a lot of stuff moving and that whole channel is going to move with it. Right. So this bottom will not be the bottom anymore. This one will be the bottom and it will start to just grow up with it. But yeah, like you can see, I'm going to wait. I may even set an alert for when the volatility monitor turns red. Then I'm like, okay, look, volatility monitor turned red. It went down. It turned green. It didn't go up a lot, but then it turned red real quick. But like to me, I wouldn't even bother entering because there's other places that you can enter your money personally, even on this green one. Like if you're patient, which I'm not, it's like, hey, let's just wait. I know you could, oh my gosh, I could have gone in at 657. Yeah, but your ass could have been toast because it could have just dropped on you. Here, at least this one says 85% confluence is going up. The breakout bar says 85% confluence is going up. The
That looks pretty
channel,
good.
yeah. So I'm like, okay, I'll enter here at 680 when I'm comfortable after watching it for 2 hours go up, saying, oh my gosh, I wish I got in. I wish I got in. I'm like, okay, now I'm ready. Boom. Tag me in, coach, right here. That's a great trade. 665. Like, and you still be in it until it turns red. Because once it starts to turn red, you still have some time, right? So like you can set an alert to say, tell me, let me just do it. Like I'll show you how that works. Well, this is a price action alert, but you could just set an alert when the confluence monitor, when the volatility monitor, oh, I'm at a certain price. But you can literally just set an alert when the volatility monitor changes. You do that by coming over here. Like I'm learning, so I could teach some of these things, I think. There, it's turning it off. Settings. And I think there's an alert section here, if I'm not wrong. Anyway, I'm going to find it. I don't know. But I know that you can set an alert for volatility monitor. Maybe Ho would probably be able to tell you, but I'm going to figure that out because to me, I want to know when that's going red. It's probably not going to happen for some time, right? You expect it to drop to not $8.32 at any given time. That's how I look at this trade. But so if you're entering at 890 and you're willing to risk 60, 70 cents, that's 10% drop. You don't want to have 10% leverage because if it hits that, you're getting liquidated.
Right.
Unless you only are playing with $200, you don't care. Like to me, that was kind of fun because those $200 at 10x, I'm now getting $2,000 worth of this coin. So when it goes up, you know, that's however many, 10 coins is 1,000. So I'm getting, no, wait, 10 coins is 100. So 100 coins. So I'm getting credit for 220 of these tokens. So if it goes up to 990, which is only right here, and my channel says it can, it probably will in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, 5 more bars, right? In my opinion, I'm guessing, I don't know. But to me, that's a 10% gain on a 10x leverage. My 200 becomes 400 or my 200, and I'll stop it out here at 70%, 10x. Like, okay, that's a big risk. It's not an 8-to-1 ratio. But then I come over here and I play on this one. And this is where I like to have fun. And again, not advice, do not do it. It's way more volatile, but I have a lot of fun here. Because to me, it was simple here. This, to me, is an easy trade. It extended the channel, the monitor changed, the movement monitor changed, and maybe you get in here. All of this is just a motion, right? So wait for that monitor to change to red at least. It's not even blue. And that's a blue bar on a red on a red. That's not Bob. blue on blue, blue under red. That's Bob. That's what we say as Bob. Like the big Bob will kill you. But this one doesn't look like it's ever gone blue yet. But right here, you can see his volatility monitor flashing right now.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting an alert if you set your alert that, hey, time to look at this trade. It's probably going to go down to, on average, it's gone to these, SD -2, touches 3, right? So you can almost, in my opinion, if you want to wait it out until it changes to green again, that's where it's heading.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a big move? No. Like, I'm not interested right now. This is a one minute chart, right? But this is what I did. I caught it right here and I'm like, okay, bink, I'm out. And I think you can theoretically do that 4 or 5 times a day if you wanted to.
Yeah. I kind of have done this just in a very simple way on Robinhood with Bitcoin. I just sort of look at in the last hour, this is its high and that's its low, and then play
Yeah,
a
you
little
just see the
buy down
patterns.
here and then just wait because it's pretty volatile. And
Yeah, but
so I
with
have done a
this,
little bit.
you just have them, and you have them on the 24-minute time frame, 15-minute time frame, and like all of these look pretty good. Like this one's flashing green. See how it's starting to. So like it's deciding right now. So if you're in a long, like that's almost a good time to take some of your profit. Like it depends if you're sitting here looking 15-minute chart. So I do think we have an unfair advantage when people understand that it's not that complex. The bars change colors. They go orange. You're interested. They're going up. Next thing I look at after breakout bars is where's the movement monitor? And then are we in the right color cloud? Brayson wants you to run through the entire checklist and say like, hey, do all of your time frames look right? Are they all saying it's going up, or is just this one? But in his opinion, you only need to make it work on any one of these things. And then like as you get, go ahead.
The chart that you don't like is that one that has all of the colors on it, like the I don't know what it's called. The one that you don't like to use is that one that has it's like 30 metrics and it's green or red.
I'm using it because this system uses it. Yeah, so this is the confluence monitor. What it's doing is monitoring the confluence of these items to make these colors appear orange or red. So like this is what he's looking at. Like
so
when the
guy says teaching this, when he was teaching this, I was thinking this would be the one I would use. And the reason was it's interesting how we both looked at it differently. But what I was thinking was, all right, if there's 30 matrix up there, I haven't counted them. Let's say there's 30. If 25 of them are green, I'm going in. If 25 of them are red, I'm out.
The nice thing is and yes, I'm doing the same thing, but I'm just saying, okay, 25 of them are green because it's orange.
Right. Yes, I see.
So like that's what he's done with these colors is he's interpreted this data. That is what's creating these colors. Right. But looking at macro momentum. He has a whole 3-hour video. I'm going to put in the back end if you care to watch it. I just said like, this is too much. But if you want to get granular, he goes through every box. Dominating pressure. What does that mean? Look, this one just flashed. You can see it. It'll drive me crazy.
Well, I have noticed as I'm watching the videos that Bryson's done, and one, they're very good. I mean, I'm getting a lot out of them, but he is he's technical and long-winded. He can make a video that a trainer, like a professional trainer, maybe should be hired, a professional trainer, someone that understands how the mind works, a teacher who could maybe do the same video in 15 minutes and have the same content that could distill that 3 hours down to the 15.
So I agree 100% because we do that. However, here's his point, and I kind of agree with that too. It's one of those like you're both right situations, in my opinion. If we wanted 10,000 people, 100%, we need that.
Yeah. Well, I agree with where you're going with this. I'm going to cut you off there because I was thinking, it's also good just to have the guy that created it tell me what he's thinking and why he's thinking it. And he comes across, and you can tell that his heart and his passion, everything, his mind, he's really put a lot of heart and soul in it. And that takes him 3 hours to get it out. But it does, he's talking about the why he thought of this and why he's doing it this way. And I think that is important too.
Yep, I agree. So I think we're gonna blend the best of both worlds. Even this one's way longer than I thought. I told my wife this is gonna be an hour. I told you guys it's gonna be an hour. It's an hour and a
It's my
half
fault.
already. Well, no, this is all good. This is what we're supposed to be doing here. So I want everyone to know that you have commitment from me to make sure Brayson gets on 2 minimum of these a month, at least for paid members, because he's going to go over like the proper setups and here's how you set up your charts and things that the paid members get. I'm going to do more of these like as a user, here's what I'm learning. And we build the website, we build the training, we're building, some of the onboarding and automations, and you're going to start to see emails now that you're in the little community. And that's what we're trying to do. Top of mind, put the right people there when you're ready. It's 2K a month right now. And you would be joining with like 2 people join this week. And I think that's cool because like if you've been in this group long enough, then it's been a while since people joined because they joined because they believe they have this the ability to go watch a video in an organized manner, and that's really fun. And maybe they've been on the sidelines long enough too, but I think the bull market's coming. I think the quicker anyone can get in personally, I think the better. um because you can learn with us. Like this phase 1 are always going to be the first 12 members, like the founding 12, and they're going to get the one-on-one attention guaranteed because like you help us build it. I need to know
I,
where you're
I
having
think
a
I think
problem.
all that's keeping me from jumping in at this moment, and I'm ready to jump in. Actually, the $2,000 doesn't even bother me. It's not. It's not. It's not going to change my life at all. What's keeping me from joining at the moment is I feel like there are these other things that I learned just on this call. I need to set up a trading view. I need to figure out this pull-out
See,
thing.
but here's the thing. In my
I need to get
opinion, you
that
don't.
set up so I can do it.
Yes, but you can go get a free account on TradingView and just go play with it. Use an email address you're not going to use. They'll give you 30 days and you can go play with looking up all the stocks and crypto that you want. You won't have the algos. Don't pay for it and
Well,
sign up
well,
until
what
you're
I
ready
meant
because it is a
was
monthly fee.
what I meant is let's say I paid the 2,000 and now I've got the algorithm. If I don't have trading view and I don't have the plow and I don't have money
Oh
in
yeah,
the
no,
thing, I can't do anything. I'm just
that's true.
not
So yes,
just sitting.
we are going to build like a things to do before you get started list, like a checklist, just like we have there with the video explaining each of them. You need to go to this account. Here's how you click. Here's
Yeah,
where wait to get this email because that's where you'll get the best deal. I'm going to make each of those. I'd say by the end of next week, you'll have access to all those. And then you can just run down that list. And then at the end of it, it's like you're ready to sign up.
I'd even tell you, and we could do this offline. We don't have to do this on this call, but if you or Bryson or one of y'all could just help coach me to get, I'm ready to get it. Once I have those set up, I'm ready to go. I'll
Travis,
join
you just
today.
did it. How's it going?
I'm sorry.
Travis
Oh,
signed up just
oh,
recently, and he's been going through this actual like Joel, like he's messaging me like, "What's next, dude?" I'm like, "Dude, get the ID, just start the ID, and then what's next? Trading View, VPN." And I have that
Travis, how's
list.
it going? How's it going, Travis? Can you hear me? No.
Yeah, no, he can't hear. He comes. He's
I'm on
unmuted.
mute. Sorry.
Oh,
They had
how's
construction
it going,
outside. I'm
man?
like, they don't want to hear that. It's good. I mean, I do real estate and I'm swamped right now. So my challenge is time. So I readjusted my whole schedule that my Fridays are nothing but trading now. And now Thursdays at from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. is blocked off. So I've been able to give more time for the last 2 weeks now. So things are rolling. I was in Discord for 27 months before I did
Wow.
anything. And then I jumped in, what, 2 months ago, maybe a month ago? 2 months. I'm coming up on my 2 months now. So, but I'm right behind Joel. So
Got it.
it's
Travis,
good.
Are you in San Antonio?
No, I live in Raleigh.
Raleigh. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice to meet
So
you, man.
Ho is in
Good.
Australia. I don't know what part of Australia. Maybe he can. I don't know if he's doing what he's doing, but and I'm
He
in
signed
Tucson.
off. He said he was going. He
Well,
said he had signed off earlier, but he had two screens. So I don't know.
yeah, he probably just has it running in the background. That's fine. Either way, but yeah, I hope that these grow. Again, we didn't do any like promotion. We're not going to like run paid media. This is more of a once we get 12 people, they're all going to have 1 or 2 people that they want to share this with. And like that's how we're going to build a good community from the inside out rather than like there's
Yeah.
not a lot of we're not posting, we're not doing those items. So that's our goal, is to build this the right way. And I've done it before. I'm going to do it again, but this time I get to play with the algorithm. And that to me, and I pay, like I'm a paying member, even though I'm building a website and I use the algos. Like I don't want a free ride.
Are you an
I
owner?
think, no,
You-
I don't own any of this. I
Oh,
do. So Brayson owns 100%
okay. I thought you had. I
the,
thought y'all were partners. I apologize. I didn't understand that.
no, well, I think we're working toward that, right? I do
Gotcha.
believe that our team is going to handle all the technical side, all the support side, all the automations. And this is by design, he wants to focus on making the algorithms better and doing other things with them. And I'm like, by all means, that's going to make us all a lot more money. Like we can stay in our lanes and drive very fast. So I am working toward that goal of helping the community by building the community. And then, yeah, hopefully partaking in the growth of the community is a goal. So like very intentionally and open about that. I'm waiting for him to sign my contract. So we'll
Hey, me
see
too.
where,
I hadn't even approached him yet.
there you go.
I'm just kidding.
So no, I get it. But I definitely think that this is a place I want to be for a while, because I could do it anywhere on any asset at any time. And I've literally traded some of my awesome 40, 50 percenters were me waiting in line to pick up my kids, because I have 45 minutes of waiting in line. And I'm on my phone just looking at charts. I'm like, oh, shit, change colors, got an alert, got the ping, click, click. Then that's it. Like,
What's got me excited about it is I a year ago I worked for a company, but I had some equity. Company got sold. I got some money, and I sold my house, sold my car, left the career, and went and traveled for a year.
that's
And
beautiful.
yeah, but I want to keep doing that. I do have a home here in Texas, but what I'd like to do is be here in Texas a month and then out for 2 months or 3 months and then come back to Texas. And I could do this wherever. And that was why Bitcoin was important to me, because I could trade it 24/7. So if I'm in Thailand, which is exactly the opposite time of here, I still could do it.
Yep. And I think that's what I think a lot of people are going to realize is, for me, I've ran businesses, like I said, a couple hundred employees all the way down to just 7, 8 small teams. And even that just takes energy and effort. And I can spend that with my kids and myself. And I'm going to the gym. I've lost 11 pounds. Like, to me, those are all really big. Yeah, I know. Thanks, man. To me, these are all really big goals. And, I have more time and I'm making more money and I have a lot less stress. And I think that's fun. So I want to share that, and I want to do it in a streamlined, dumbed down version of Brayson's mind. And I want to extract that and tell everyone the basics, and then let you all go and learn and play together. Like,
Yeah,
that's
I dig it.
so I think we're gonna get there, and I think you'll be there too. I don't know whenever you're ready,
Well,
but
I'm definitely a member, and I'm close. I think I just want to get. I want the back end to be ready. I'm saying, yeah, I need to set up my trading view.
I'm gonna make that getting started checklist. Like,
Yeah.
you'll have that by the end of next week on the website and in the back office if you're
I hope
able
I
to
have it
make.
done before you get the checklist up. I'm gonna start right after
So
this call.
I can share that with you. Like, I have it all written out.
Okay.
Let me see here.
You gonna give me my email?
Yeah, and I'll also pull it up right now if I could find it. It's on one of these notepads I have. I have them everywhere. Okay. Required. Here it is. All right. Let's just talk about it, and then I can send it to you via email if it's easier for you. So here's what we thought the perfect getting started section is: a new clean email. A new clean email for trading
This is
only.
perfect. Yes.
Yeah, I'll just
this is
copy and paste
exactly
it.
what I wanted.
Yeah, you need an independent email separate, right? Because you want to keep it separate. You need a fiat onboarding, a way to get money into crypto if you don't have any. Coinbase, Kraken's lowest on fees. Gemini is another option. I think Coinbase is the easiest, because once it's there, you could send it to an exchange. You need a VPN. You need here's an exchange that may allow you to without a Palau ID: Femex and BingX. Bybit, BitGet, and KuCoin probably require KYC. So you need a Palau ID. On the trading view side, you need the $60 a month option.
Okay.
I should. Other than that, you don't need MetaMask or Trust Wallet unless you want to trade DeFi. If you don't know what that is, then you don't need it yet, but it's an opportunity later to grow your trading opportunities. Trust Wallet, decentralized wallet, a Trezor Model T. If you want to trade DeFi, you want to actually hold and protect your own wallet personally, not just like MetaMask or something like that.
Right.
Cold storage. And then we say you need to go with the premium option so you get the charts and layouts. Otherwise,
Could I edit your form real quick? So up there where it says Palau ID, could you put that on that line the one above it so that I know that's what I need it for it's for the line right above that, right? Yeah. Right?
Yeah, no, you're right. And I'm going to copy and paste this. Here's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I'm going to put it
Perfect.
right here. I'll put it in our chat, and then I don't even need to email. You could just copy it from the chat.
Cool.
Oh, message is too long. Hold on. I got to chop it up. I'll start with this one.
Just can you email it to me? Because what I'll do is I'll print it and then I can just get on my computer and start hitting and knocking it out.
Sure, man. Put your send me your email somehow. Like you want to, don't say it on the video. Like just send it to me on Discord. Are you on Discord?
Yeah. Okay, I'll send it to you.
Message me on Discord, add me, whatever there, and yeah, I'll happy to send this list over to you.
Cool. Yeah, that is what I needed. That'll get it done.
Well, that's going to take you a day, so I'll send you the survey form. Go to the website, fill out the form, so at least you can learn what kind of trader you are, because it tells us a little bit about you too. And then from there, I can send you the link, and you can sign up whenever you're ready. Cool.
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you. Yeah. Hey, thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging this long, and I'll try to keep them shorter, and I'll be here in 2 weeks. Brayson will be here next week. I'm gonna try to get him to do at least one open one.
Next time I won't talk as long. I'll let the others. But I had a lot I wanted to know.
That's good. This call was mostly for you then. Like Travis is already in. I talk to him all the time. We text each other. I helped him crop his picture to upload in Palau. Like I'm here. Like I'm a resource that is doing these things for us.
All right. Hey, I appreciate you. Have a good day.
Yep. Hey, everyone. Travis, you good, man?
Yes, sir.
Selling houses?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Good.
Yeah. Gotta pay for it somehow.
There you go. Well, then we'll see everyone on the next one, and check out the replay. It'll be in your back office here probably tomorrow. Easy, soon.
All right. Thanks, Joel.
All right. Ciao, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.